Okay, great. We're going to get started. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Scrum session. We are joined by Magnum from KC. If you have any questions for him, please use the Zoom hand raise feature or line up by the mic in the media room. We'll start with a written question first. The question comes from grunix.com. After taking the IGL role, do you think you have a bigger responsibility of the result? Do you feel it now relies more on you than in previous teams?
Yeah, I feel like more responsible because in the end I have a lot of impact on the match, how we play and stuff. So obviously there's a bit more responsibility, but it doesn't mean that I don't feel responsible for our losses in past teams. But the answer is yes.
Thank you. We'll now move to remote media questions. First question from Pedro Romero.
Hey Magnum, first off, congrats on making it to Masters Madrid, and in doing so, it's been more than a minute since you last appeared in an international event, that being Reykjavik in 2022. And in returning to this level, I want to know, how do you look back at the time from Reykjavik onwards, um, joining Boy, going to Apex, trying to get trying to win Ascension, not doing so, then joining KC. How do you look back at your road that kind of enabled you to return to the international level?
Hello. So first of all, thank you. And second, I would say I feel ready for last year to be in franchising, but I didn't think about switching to IGL. But yeah, I look positively on my path like last year's, and it feels great to be back. And to be honest, like each lose gives you something else. Each team teaches you something else. So like without them, I wouldn't be here, and I am grateful for like every experience, even if it was like negative in the end, like result wise. Each experience gave me something.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions in the room? Pedro, do you have another question?
Yes. Well, looking at the rest of the team, of course, Karmine Corp's turnaround wouldn't be possible had it not been for your inclusion as the IGL. In addition to Martin, Naren, and Tomasi, players that have contributed in a big way, I would say, for this accomplishment to be possible. And so, talk to me about how the team has meshed so well in such a short amount of time from its formation up until now. What were the kind of things that you guys worked on that then enabled KC to just go on such a run in kickoff?
Yeah, so I think big props obviously like it goes to all of my teammates. I think we did great job in terms of like being passionate and patient. But without Hank, Zish, it would be definitely not possible. I think, especially Hank, like I think he's really talented and overall coach. I mean, he was last year, and yeah, I think his like big, big impact is on him. And then afterwards, like after like first month, Yuan came in, and I think the main thing which we focused on, like Yuan, was how to be good teammates, how to support each other, the way we communicate to each other as a people. Because if you have not respect to each other, it's gonna have an impact on the game itself. And Hank taught us like how to play the game with each other. And big key to our success was we just grinded the game. And I would say like we are like probably the team which play the most scrims. We are probably the team which spend the most time on server, and the team which spend the most time in the water reserves. So yeah, like I don't know, like the hard work just paid off for us, and yeah, I'm grateful for it.
Thank you. Pedro, do you have another question?
I guess, since nobody else is raising their hands, but yeah, looking at your development, of course, looking at your time in Apex, you played under an IGO and so and then also before that, in Fnatic, obviously you played under Boaster. I'm looking at as to how you have developed that as the IGO for this KC team, given the fact that you've been able to play under such aforementioned and well-regarded players in their own right. So, how have you kind of evolved as the IGO with this new team?
Yeah, so like first thing which I wanted to do, like as a first step, I wanted to avoid the things which I didn't like from Bostra and Enzo, and like each IGL has like his strong sides and weak sides, right? So that was like first thing, try to learn from their mistakes, and like I think the biggest thing which I took is like from Bostra and Enzo is they are just like insanely nice humans and persons. So like yeah, like you just need to be, I don't know, if you're nice, it's much easier job to do. And I'm not too sure where I am in my path as agile, like in terms of progress. But again, big props like to Zish and Ank, because they gave me much more experience than like my past experience as a player, like on non-agile. So it's more more Ank and Zish job than my experience.
Thank you. Next question from Ichimon.
Hi, Magnum. This is Ichiman from Colombia. We just had the opportunity to talk to Berlin, so I asked him how was his feeling about the match, and he told us you two had played before, so he felt kind of confident, and he had the opportunity to learn some things about from you, from Kager before. So he said that now maybe it is time for other teams to learn something from them. So I just want to know how you're feeling about the match and about that
Sorry.
and about what he said.
Okay. So hello. Yeah, it's nice words. Sorry, thank you. But like my feelings about the match, like obviously, like we go confident in it. But if you look at my career, I lost two underdogs and I won as a underdogs many matches. So it's an opening match of the tournament. I don't know what our shape is gonna be like on the match day, but obviously we are heading into the match quite confident. We're just gonna treat it as every opponents. Like you cannot really underestimate anyone. Obviously, if I have to rate our first match opponents in terms of macro, I think they have a lot of gaps. Like I think they're behind quite a lot from other regions, but it's Valorant. Anyone can lose, and I think they're gonna be great opponents to play. So
Okay, thank you so much and good luck.
thank you.
Hi, I had a question also. First of all, congratulations on making Madrid and everyone, including, I don't know if you guys know Plat Chat, but everyone's rating you, KC, as the strongest team to play in Madrid. And as such a strong team, and I'm assuming you guys been scrimming, and who surprised you the most during your scrims, if you can disclose?
Hello. So, sadly, I have to say this. Like when we landed in Madrid, there was a big mistake by scheduling Barrett. So we didn't have as much time to scrim. We had like 4 days, and three out of these days were like full like media days almost. So we didn't scrim as much like other teams. But we scrimmed EDG. They felt really strong. We scrimmed Genji. They felt really strong as well. So yeah, I'm quite surprised, especially by Genji, because I always had high expectations for EDG by watching their votes. But I have high hopes. Like if I wasn't like playing this tournament, I would say like EDG or Genji have like big potential to win it. But about us, I think I can understand like why they see us as favorites, let's say. But as I said, it's a Valorant, and I don't know what shape is gonna look like outside the scrims. First official, like it's most of us is gonna play like first in such a big arena like with crowd. So I don't know how we're gonna react to it. But I think we are ready in terms of like scrims, macro preparation.
Addition to that, what aspects of EDG or Gen G surprised you guys the most in terms of play style and their level of play quality?
I would say macro. Like I think in terms like if I look at our team, like we have a big firepower, so we can match most of the teams. But if there's a team which matches as well our macro, it's and our aim, it's really hard to play against. It can be difficult. And like if you look at like obviously like last year I played like regional teams and like in EU, and if you could look at 2021 like Crazy Raccoons and like Asian teams basically, they were not that great with macro, and they made like insane like really insane improvement in terms of that.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question from Ashim Gosu Gamers.
Hi, Magnum.
Hello.
So, like, KC underwent a massive overhaul in terms of roster last year, and it seemingly worked at kickoff this year. Despite hiccups here and there, the team was dominant overall. So, but there's still scope for improvement. So, can you tell us where the team can still improve, considering the VCT 24 season ahead?
Yeah. So hello again. And yeah, so I think first thing which we can improve on is definitely like the way we react like to matches, because like I think we have like 6 matches. So like to have like clean starts. As well, if you look at our matches, we used to have kind of slow starts in the first match, so it's something to work on. And like there's always like to be improved, like comms. I think like every team in this match can always do like improvement on their communication. And yeah, then it's mainly like how to like polish our roles, because we have like a lot of flex players in the team. Like we didn't select like correct roles like in terms of game. So we need to polish that out, and especially my agilling. Like I think I'm on decent level, but there is still a lot of job to do in terms of leadership, how I react when we are losing, and yeah. So that yeah.
My follow-up question would be, there was an underdog tag which was linked with KC before this tournament, before kickoff basically. But after winning kickoff, you guys are not the underdogs anymore. Does that add to the pressure?
No, it's I know, because like we still like in the end you win at the day. Next day is like different. You just need to move forward, and like obviously like I think take pressure from us, because like we don't know how we're gonna play in officials. If the hard work is gonna pay off, and it did. So we know probably that what we are doing, it's kind of working, and we just need to keep doing it. And I would say it's the opposite. I think it took the pressure off, but that doesn't mean like we are not working as much as we need.
Thank you and best of luck.
Thank you.
Hello, here Teo from Sons of KS from Latin America. I wanted to ask you, Magnum, what do you think has been the greatest improvement on K Corp for you to come here to Masters Madrid, being champions of EMEA?
So I think the biggest improvement which we did was our macro. I think in terms of like how we communicate as the players between each other, how we call, how we play the rounds, how do we play like mid round post plans and stuff. So we made like insane improvement throughout the tournament, through like from Giants game. If I compare us in the first game to the last game, it's like 2 different teams. And yeah, you can compare like in scrims, we already hit that level, but we couldn't like transform it into the first official against Giants, then Heretics. But we managed to luckily put it into the official like towards the end. And yeah, I just hope we can replicate what we are doing in the scrims on the server again. And yeah, as I said, this is probably the biggest improvement.
Also, I want you to tell me, who do you think is the rival to defeat this year?
So I think for us as a team, like we don't really like have rivals. But me personally, like I would love to play Sentinels. Sadly, like I mean not sadly, but obviously like it's not the two same rosters for me or tens. But yeah, in terms of like just let's say revenge, I don't feel like any hate or anything. But yeah, I would love to play them again after like a few years. And if it would be finals, it would be even better.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Final question from Pedro.
In the same way that there's been plenty of praise for the team in making this qualification to Madrid possible, there's been also as much praise for the coach as someone that you've been highlighted time and time again so far in this press conference, them being Aang, of course. Uh, Going into that, I want to know exactly what kind of things have Aang has put together or established within the team to cultivate a system in which you guys could just play at a high level and win. On top of that, what kind of things does Aang do to that affects the team and also yourself as an individual?
So first of all, I think the biggest thing is like this is one of the first coaches like I think it actually is like maybe the one coach like which is trying to look at the strong sides of the team and he's not trying to force us to play the meta, like he knows we have team of really aggressive players. We have 3 duelists in the team, so we need to kind of work around our strengths. That doesn't mean we're gonna play like 3 duelists on each map, but obviously like we don't play standard comps on most of the maps. So that's like his strength that he's capable of making macro and helping me with it with weird comps, and he has really good understanding in this. And second of all, like it's he knows when to be nice and he knows when to be harsh. He knows when to be real with you, and there's like nothing like he's not trying to put a like feed you with sweets just to make you feel nice when you are doing a bad job. So yeah, I think that's the 2 main things. And yeah, it's just his understanding of the game is like really insane. And it's like probably like the only person I know which understand the game this deeply.
Thank you very much. That concludes our Scrum session today with Magnum. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.